Yeah, I got a new pedalboard revamp recently. I just pretty much took almost everything off the board, including the board. Pretty much the only thing I kept was the power supply, the big sky. I did get the fuzz recently, but I had that and the ruby. I'm pretty sure everything else is different. So I'm just gonna go around. I wish I had the pedals still to kind of compare, but I'm just gonna go through my chain and kind of what I'm still working through. So I'll plug in probably to a Gibson SG, maybe a Strat or a Tele, because that's all I've got to work with here, and just run through the sounds. So I guess let's just check it out. All right. So I got the compressor on. So I had the pulp and peel compressor before, which is great. Honestly, like um, if if I wasn't going for top jacks, which is funny because then I went through the side jacks, I would have just kept it, and it wouldn't have fit. But I mean, it's such a good compressor. This one's great too. I'm still learning it. I pretty much should keep it like this the whole time, just get as much compression without like going through these. Those are almost like overdrive knobs, but that's just more and more squishy. So still learning that. I just got this. I just put it on today. I was using the Lila drive as like a always on, um, kind of like a clean boost, and oh man, it is so great for that. It just turns the amp like so much more colorful, a little bit louder, and it's 18 volts too, so you can just get much more headroom. However, as great as it is, and it's based off of a Timmy, I did want to try the new level out, and it's honestly, it's perfect. It just goes into the drive super well as well. It kind of boosts my drives the way it kind of originally had an idea to do, as like a boost, but maybe with a little bit more grit. So yeah, I'm really happy with the 1981 so far. I'm still figuring it out. I like it at 1 o'clock, but I also like it kind of like a V if I'm going to use it as more of like a boost, but you can't go wrong anywhere on the knobs. It's just perfect. I like the simplicity too because less knobs, the less I can mess up, if I feel like. And that goes into the DRV. So it goes my Fjord fuzz, um, and it's also Univibe, so it's great. And that goes into my Canvas tuner. Goes in the UA 1176 compressor into the level, into the 1981. That routes down here to the protein. Um, and I pretty much always have the blue side on. The blues breaker is pretty much just edge of breakup amp tone because I like running my amp clean. My ADHD is getting away from me though, so going from here to the sick as, this is kind of like my lead tone. I'll crunch this. I don't use this side as much. I wish I would. It's a little darker. It's woolly. I like it, but the sick as kind of cuts through the mix really well. So I tend to use this a lot, and it's easier for me to hit because it's like right here. I am getting buttons for these though because I'm clumsy. Um, from the drive section, I like going into the volume pedal and kind of mixes between the wet and the dry signal. So I swell with the drives and into the Astra, which I typically just use the chorus and some tremolo. I do like messing around with phaser now and again, but it's not my go-to. I typically use the Vibe instead of that. Even though there's a really good Phase 90 sound, and I forget the other one. There's a doubler and stuff in there. I don't know a whole lot about the Astra. I still have to dive into that manual, but it sounds great. And what changed too is I had the Juliana and the Lillian from Walrus before, and those are great pedals, and I need to get those back. I sold them to get that just to consolidate and have everything on the board, but I mean those sound phenomenal. This sounds great too, but I mean I even like stacking them together. But yeah, the from the Astra it goes into the timeline of all the delays, and I just got this too used off of Reverb. I had the L cap before. This thing was great. It's typically all I use is the D tape, but I'll have some weird like reverse and ice chill or whatever the algorithms are, and that goes into my reverb, which is the big sky. These don't need any introductions. goes into my amp, and amp goes to the DAW. So that's kind of the setup that we're rocking with. So let's listen to some tone.